Warning, cheaters may contain adult themes and strong language. Parents are cautioned that this program may not be suitable for children. Coming up on this episode of Cheaters.
They went back to Occupy Dallas. Where they at?
Straight back on the yes.
Oh, so this is where you are. Well, what is Occupy Dallas?
I'm trying to voice my opinion.
From Cheaters surveillance cameras, you are about to view actual true stories filmed live, documenting the pain of a spouse or lover caused by infidelity. This program is both dedicated to the faithful and presented to the false-hearted to encourage their renewal of temperance and virtue.
We were supposed to be together forever.
I know there's something shady going on with him.
Where they at? They're making out in the parking lot. Let's go.
She always told me she likes surprises. Let's see how she likes this one.
He's right here at the bench, right here at the bench.
Get your ass up out of there!
Hey, please.
Buster! Yeah, bitch, I'm gonna handcuff you.
Ladies. Get out of my face!
Oh my God! You are a cheater.
Now you're a comedian.
That's what you deserve. That's what you deserve.
Real reality television is brought to you by Cheaters Detective Agency's Private Eyes on Cheaters.
An analytical mind and love can sometimes be at odds, but Chris Rooster Varley found that they work in harmony. That is, until his wife gave him reason to question her fidelity, with her unquantifiable behavior needing examination. Rooster turns to those with their own scientific method. I'm Joey Greco, and this is Cheaters.
I started to notice a few weeks ago that Bonnie started to go out more, and she didn't seem to have a whole lot of time for me, and it started being kind of short with me. So a few weeks back, I noticed this text message, and I didn't read it. But I asked Bonnie why it was from my best friend, and she got very short, and she got very defensive and had this look of horror. And I've been with Bonnie for 4 years, and I know when she's lying to me. So I confront her about the text message. She gets nervous and then blows up and leaves. I noticed that this has started to happen a lot more often, and whenever we have a discussion that is serious or that has to do with this text message or with her relationship with other people, that she always gets very angry and then just disappears for hours on end. Whenever I see Bonnie, she doesn't have the right look. She always looks at me like I'm just some person on the street. She doesn't have that look of love. She has stopped doing things for me. She has stopped being nice to me. She has stopped going out of her way for me. She stopped basically being my wife. I mean, if she's cheating on me with anybody, regardless of who they are, it is over. It is over. It is over. And I will make sure of that. I will make sure of that, absolutely.
If you suspect infidelity in your relationship, Cheaters Detective Agency may be able to provide you assistance. Exercise your right to be informed. Investigative charges may apply. Bonnie, age 27. A sales associate accused of stealing the heart of another man. Investigation day 3. Cheaters detectives set up a perimeter around the home the suspect shares with Rooster. A few hours into the investigation, PIs spot the suspect, identified only as Bonnie, exiting her home. The suspect hustles out to her vehicle and speeds off. A few miles away, Bonnie arrives at a shopping mall. She parks her car and enters. Ground agents follow and watch as she enters the food court. While in line for an afternoon snack, an unknown male approaches her. The two get their food and settle in at a nearby table. After scarfing down their edible delights, they wander through the mall for a little window shopping. The two finally mosey outside and return to their respective cars. The seemingly innocuous date, however, doesn't end there, as Bonnie arrives at an unknown apartment complex. The suspect's companion is waiting in the parking lot to escort Bonnie into his unit. Sometime later, agents note the manly hunk with his shirt open, leading his lady fair back to her car. Bonnie gleefully opens her arms and her mouth for a passion-filled goodbye. Investigation Day 5. Cheaters operatives have once again set up a perimeter around the client and suspect's residence. Hours into their shift, investigators spy the suspect as she exits her home and departs in her car. Mobile units track Bonnie to a historic and artistic part of town. She parks and is again greeted by her companion from previous surveillance, now identified as Brandon Fahey. A comprehensive background check on Fahey reveals him to be a friend of Rooster's going all the way back to middle school. Their long-standing friendship, however, doesn't quell his desire to make Bonnie his own. After a quick bite to eat, Bonnie drives Fahey to a nearby peaceful protest movement. As the two wind their way through the Woodstock-like atmosphere, it's Rooster who's being played like a fiddle in this recorded phone call.
Bonnie, it's me. I'm caught an earlier flight in, and I was wondering if you could come and get me right now.
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
I would love to, but right now I can't. I'm with Aaron and we're in the Allen District Shopping Center.
I told you before that I was catching an earlier flight.
Well, I didn't think it would be this early.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to hop a cab and go up to the restaurant, and I'll grab a table, and I'll be waiting for you. How does that sound?
All right, honey.
I miss you.
Okay, I love you too.
Back at the home that Rooster and Bonnie share, the unexpected early arrival of our client sees Fahey skedaddle from the residence while still putting on his shirt. Investigation Day 8. After a brief pursuit, the suspect arrives at Fahey's apartment complex. With a blare of the horn, Rooster's best friend hops to attention and rushes to Bonnie's awaiting car. They're followed to a nearby honky-tonk, where ground agents find them selecting music from the jukebox. Once their song is playing, they find a comfortable spot on a couch and relax in one another's arms. Forgetting momentarily that they're in full public display, they let their desires take over their common sense. Snapping back to reality, the two make haste back to Fahey's apartment, and it's assumed they continue their bad behavior from earlier. With more than enough evidence of infidelity, investigators return to headquarters and ready the information for Rooster's analysis. Coming up, the confrontation.
With the suspect's betrayal indisputable, Rooster's contacted to review the evidence. Tense and anxious about the results, Rooster attempts to simmer down before viewing the proof.
You know that we contacted you because we have information that may clear up some of the cloudiness and some of the fog that you've been experiencing lately in your relationship with Bonnie. Are you ready to look at that information now?
I am completely ready.
Now, Rooster, as we began our investigation, we had an investigator that was outside of your residence. On this afternoon, Bonnie exits your home and was followed to a mall. She was followed inside, and she meets a gentleman there. They grab a bite to eat.
I know where that is. That's Brandon.
Okay. They exit the premises. They get into Bonnie's car and proceed to a residence that we confirmed as Brandon's residence. They go inside. Quite some time later, they exit. Brandon is in a state of undress, and they spend quite a few moments displaying affection for one another. We continued the investigation to this afternoon. Towards the end of the day, Bonnie exits and then was followed to a downtown area. She once again meets Brandon. Now, they again are strolling down the sidewalk, looking in and out of shops before they get back into their cars. drive to another area downtown where they attempt to expand their political conscience through current political events. After strolling through the encampment, she drops him off at his vehicle, and at that point, they return to your residence. Brandon goes inside, and quite some time later, we see him scurry off into the night, back to his vehicle, and he returns home. Let me call our detective. I'll see if I can get an update on where they are now, and then we'll go from there, okay? Hey, we just finished up. What's going on over there? They went back to occupy Dallas. Okay. And that's, are they in the encampment right now? All right, we're gonna load up and head over. Rooster, come with me, and we'll go find out whatever we need to.
Here we are. Right across the street, so lead us to where
Do we
they
have
are
someone in there?
inside the encampment. Yeah.
Okay.
He's in the plaid shirt. No, Jesus. No. Cheater?
Bonnie?
Yes.
Oh, so this is where you are.
What are you gonna do?
Do you have anything to talk about now?
So this is where you've been every night.
It's not where I've been. It's not where I've been every night.
Oh, really?
Yes, I was out Christmas shopping for you.
Oh, okay.
What night
okay.
was that? Because we've had detectives following you.
I've been shopping for him. I'm not doing anything.
Coming up, the conclusion.
They went back to occupy Dallas. Where they at?
Straight back on the...
Bonnie?
Yes.
Oh, so this is where you are.
Well, there was the day that you were at the mall with him.
Yes, I was looking for a Christmas gift. I mean, that's his best friend. I had to get ideas. You know?
That's what we're not doing, shopping for you, man. None of this has...
First,
I don't think that's ridiculous.
Around Dallas.
No, what I think.
But you're my mom.
What are you doing here?
Hell, you're not part of us. Go away.
What are you doing here?
Get out of here. Get out of here. You're not welcome. Go somewhere else and sell your
Get out of my face, guys.
Come on, y'all, get out of the way.
Come on, I'm
Get out of the
done.
way.
I'm done.
Get out of the way.
Done, guys. Not doing anything. This is ridiculous. No. What the hell, Rooster?
Just step down. Come on.
What is all this for? This is nonsense.
It's because I want to know your interest in all this political
Well,
stuff.
you would
all
know
of
if
a
you were
sudden.
home, you know?
Well, somebody has to pay the bills. Somebody has to pay the
Well,
bills.
you're never home. You never make any time.
The same old story.
It's not the same old
Same
story.
old story.
You haven't even noticed. You haven't even been home so long. I'm not even wearing my ring anymore. But you didn't notice that because you're never home.
Oh, really? Oh, really?
I'm done, guys. Brandon, let's go.
So Brandon's around, so you're just gonna him instead?
It's not like that. I love you. Okay? I love you. I'm just not in
This
love.
is how you treat the people that you love, right?
No, it's not.
This is
Is that how
okay.
you treat the people you love? You abandoned me. You're
I
never
just
there.
want
Out of
the
the street.
truth.
Out of the street. Brandon?
Yeah. Hey, Brandon.
Bonnie? How long was this going on?
Hey, you know, she just wants to be loved by him, and that's all it is.
I love you. It's just over.
It's over?
It's over because you're never home. You're never home. You've abandoned me. You don't pay any attention anymore. You know? I mean, you left me to seek elsewhere.
I give you everything.
You only go to work and that's it.
Well, I go to
So what
work,
do you
so you
expect
don't
me
have to. So you don't have to. I go to work.
So when does the time come in for us?
A time?
You don't have time. That's it. You don't have time.
You just want to be
hippie, lay about,
That's not
do
it.
anything. You can't even be
Come on,
there for
Brandon,
me
let's go.
anymore. What is Occupy Dallas? What's that about?
I'm trying to voice my opinion about the 1%, you know?
The 1%?
Yeah, because I happen to be part of the 99%. Thank you very much.
You're part of the 99%,
Come on, Brandon, let's go.
huh?
We're done.
That's brilliant.
Bye,
That's
Rooster.
brilliant.
I love
That's
you.
brilliant.
Because
She's a
he's
capitalist
working,
all of a
Brandon.
sudden. She's a freaking capitalist.
Who do you think supports? Who do you think
No.
we're done.
I want answers.
We'll have answers.
I want
I'm
answers.
done.
I want answers.
Answers like what?
Why?
Why what?
Why?
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 He's in love with her, then he needs to
Why
That's
not?
Brandon.
If she's in love with him, he's in love with her, then he needs to stay home and take care of her.
What pays your bills?
My work, but I go
Oh.
home every
I know
night.
that's wrong.
And I take care of the things that I love.
Right, you go home to his wife.
Yeah, go talk to him. I'm done talking. I said enough. You never listen.
I take care
Oh,
of
and you bring her there,
I make her happy.
and you take care of her.
That's what it
Okay,
boils
I
down
got
to.
it.
I make her
I
happy.
think I got the
You
picture
make her
now.
happy? How?
Because I'm there for her, dude.
No.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You're here as a flash in the pan because she's having some sort of emotional
I spend time
issue.
with her. When are you home? I spend
am I
time
home?
with her. I take her places. We have fun. We laugh. Enjoy each other.
Come on.
I gotta go. I'm going. See you, man.
Well, it's over between us.
Load it up. Let's go. Load it up.
After the confrontation, Rooster confirms he needs some time to assess the situation. At the end of the show, we'll disclose his current condition. But first, Martell Bell returns to recount the day he discovered his girlfriend dating another man on Cheaters.
When I thought Amber was at work while we were in the vans on the way over there, we had a much deeply described conversation about her still being at work, and so I didn't think there was any way in the world that she could be over at this restaurant with this guy. When we arrived on the scene and I actually physically saw her there with that guy, I just could not fathom why she would be there with another man.
What the is this? Hey, you, I'm talking to you. Excuse me. Hey, I'm talking to you. Excuse me. Where you think you're going? Hey, what the? Hey, who is this? Who is this? Who is this?
She came and picked up her stuff, and that was about that. We kind of went our separate ways, and I'm fine with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm the type of guy that if she gets back in my life at all, if I see her too soon or something like that, possibility, whatever. And so I don't want to deal with it. I just cold turkey it all the way.
Get my house key.
You need to get away from me.
Dude.
Please. That's exactly what you need to do, really. You need to get away. Your chick chose me, bitch. Your chick chose me. Now what you want to do, huh? What? Your chick chose me. Really? Don't get mad. I got a big. So what? What you want to do?
You got a big.
And double neck.
You like loser.
Because you just like. It's just
Snap a picture with camera phone, homie. Snap a picture with camera phone, homie.
You just like a. Bitch, don't even say it can help you.
Dude, look how I was dressed to fresh.
I realized that I need somebody that's gonna give me back as much as I give them. In my life, I know what I want to get done, and if Amber's not ready to, formulate or at least help me cooperate with that, then she can be gone. I'm on a positive road right now, and I'm gonna continue to be on one until I end up happy. And I'm glad she kind of made her decision. I support her in her decision because it made me a happier guy for sure.
Chris Rooster Varley admits that the breakdown of his relationship will have long-lasting effects on his emotional state. He says the joy he felt is not worth the pain he now feels. He's moved out of the home he once shared with Bonnie and is currently, quote, living in my lab. When contacted by Cheaters' producers, Bonnie was less than cooperative regarding her involvement in the show. She states, I am sorry for hurting Rooster, but if you think I'm going to help Joey Greco get rich off the suffering of others, you can go to hell. Brandon Fahey expresses regret for falling in love, but admits that he could not hold back his desires any longer. I know he'll never forgive me, but I stand by the choices I've made.
Cheating is a crime. It happens every day. Ugly people running around. Pretty soon they'll have to pay. They think nobody's watching, but you better think again. Another heart is broken.
Now remember, if you don't get your programming from Goldstein's, why, we'll both lose money.